Hey everybody, good evening. It is Wednesday, October 9th, 2019. I'm John Losh, the Losh-Man, for Losh-Man's baseball cards on YouTube and www.sportsblog.com/Loshman Sports. And it's been a while since I've done these videos. Unfortunately, I just don't get a whole lot of time to myself these days. And if I do get time to myself, I'm not always aware of exactly how much time I have. There's times that I wish I would have gone ahead and done some of these videos, but then not knowing how much time I have, and it's just so much easier to do when I'm, definitely by myself and definitely not going to have any interruptions or anything like that. So anyway, on my last video, I wasn't actually personally, and it was more like me just showing you something. This is Losh-Man's baseball cards number 15, by the way, for here in 2019. I showed you you've seen the big box on some of my previous videos that Enrique Castillo of Northland Baseball Cards and Collectibles, 6406 North Oak Traffic Way, had given me previously. And I spent over a month going through all those cards. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast doing it and sorting out all the different cards and whatnot. And I could read the entire list of everything that I ended up with in that box, but I'm not going to read the whole list. I'm just going to kind of break it down for you as best I can. I may not have all the numbers here, but basically the way I've been able to figure out so far. Altogether in that box, I ended up with 28 different years, brands, or styles of tops. Well, not 20 different years. I mean, they were like from the 1980s to the 1990s. Okay, but altogether between brands, styles, and years. Okay, let me specify that. I had 28 tops, 14 Fleer, 14 Donruss, 3 Leaf, 7 Score, 10 Upper Deck, 2 Bowman, and 6 basically miscellaneous. Okay, so so anyway, I had a lot of fun going through those, and basically, I mean, stuff like these 92 Donruss. Okay, there's 92 Donruss there. You've got the 88 Donruss right here. Okay, that's the Charlie Huff, Texas Rangers. I got a lot of Charlie Huffs, got a lot of Rangers, got a lot of Charlie Huffs. So with that first one was Ken Patterson from the Chicago White Sox in the 92 Donruss. Here's Stan Belinda from the Pirates in the 91 Score. There's 91 Score that was in there. You had 1990 Score. Here's a Greg Hibbard from the White Sox in 90 Score. And then there was 92 Score, like this Carlton Fisk. Got a nice Carlton Fisk card right there. All right. And then you've got the 1982 Baseball's Greatest, okay, cards. And these were kind of some retro type cards. This is Mordecai Three-Finger Brown from the Chicago Cubs, okay. And so that, a lot of the baseball's greatest. I'm sorry, not finest, but baseball's greatest. The 1980 Baseball Immortals, okay. Frank Robinson, 1980 Baseball Immortals. Got a whole big stack of those. Okay, you've got 91 Donruss. There's 91 Donruss, and there is Lee Stevens from the Cleveland Indians, right there. Lee Stevens, from the Cleveland Indians. Or I'm sorry, not Cleveland Indians. Lee Stevens from the Los Angeles Angels. Los Angeles Angels. I'm sorry, Lee Stevens. I thought for some reason that looked like an Indians uniform at first. You had 84 Donruss. There's a Dave Rozema from the Detroit Tigers. Dave Rozema, 84 Donruss. Okay, from the Detroit Tigers. You had 90 Fleer. Okay, there's a Jay Howell, 90 Fleer. Okay, and you had the 90 Donruss. There's Steve Avery from the Atlanta Braves. Steve Avery, rated rookie card. From the 90 Donruss right there, nice red one there. So, and that's just a few of the tons and tons of cards are in that box. And then I went up there here just recently. Enrique gave me this very cool Royals box with about half that many cards. So altogether, there were 91 different brands, styles, years, whatever, from the 80s and 90s in that first big box he gave me. And in this Royals box I just showed you, I've counted 47 different ones, and I've got them all laid out on a table that you've seen in my last video, and everything. And I'm still kind of going through these, still weeding out doubles. I've had so many duplicates. Okay. And this was a blessing from God, because I first got this big box from him when I was unemployed during the month of August. Okay. And didn't have any money to spend, but I wanted to continue to indulge in the hobby and everything. And so Enrique was kind enough to give me this big box. Well, anyway, there were so many duplicates in there. There were anywhere from 1 to 3 to 5 to 8 duplicates, not of every single card, but the majority of the cards. There were anywhere from 1 to 3 to 5 to 8 duplicates of each card, of a majority of those cards. So what have I done with those? I have passed those. They were given to me freely. So again, God has blessed us so we can be a blessing. So I have passed those on to a local single dad for his son, my pastor, 2 other people in my church. I have a young lady who messaged me last week from St. Louis, Missouri, who was responding to a posting I made on a Kansas City Royals fan collectibles page on Facebook, saying, hey, if you're looking for more Royals cards, I don't know that I'm going to have what you're looking for, but I can certainly try, because I got all these duplicates and I'm willing to offer them for free and everything. She wants cards for her brother who has autism. She's in St. Louis. I thought I had all the doubles weeded out of this first set, from Enrique Castillo of Northland Baseball Cards and Collectibles. But it turns out I've this whole week, this past weekend, this whole week, I've still been weeding out doubles, and I still have some stuff to go through to make sure I've got all the doubles. And then I've got a bunch of doubles divided into like 10 different sets of varying sizes and stacks and that type of thing, that I can pass on to other people. And of course, this young lady, for her brother, will be one of them and everything. But I want to make sure I've got all the doubles weeded out so I can give her and others. And I've also given cards to the son of one of our office administrators at work. So there's her son, local single dad's son, my pastor, 2 other people in my church, and now this young. That's 6 different people so far that have benefited from the duplicates. And I'm not holding back, mind you. Even if I'm getting good cards, your Tom Glabbins and your Greg Maddux and your Cal Ripkins and your Ken Griffey's and your your Hall of Famers and your rookie cards and your insert cards, and I'm not holding back. If I get multiple cards of these cards, I only need one. I'm not going to sell them or anything, okay? Because like I said, they're given to me freely. I'm just enjoying having them, and so I'm passing them on to these people, and so that's absolutely awesome. So anyway, got that going on, and then something I started doing on Facebook and on Twitter here just recently, and I wanted to start doing as a video segment, and I will eventually, but I just can't seem to free up enough space on my phone to get more than like anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes of recording time. Once it gets more up around 5-6 minutes, hopefully I'll start doing it. But basically, I started a daily thing about a week ago called Losh-Man's Baseball Cards. And one thing, what I'm doing is I'm just featuring a daily card out of my collection, and all these have been from the box from Northland Baseball Card and Collectibles so far, and will continue to be for quite some time. And I may eventually get into my original collection eventually, but right now I'm wanting to feature those. Just another way I can continue to enjoy them, share them with other people, and things like that. And anyway, so I started this on Losh-Man's Baseball Cards, and I'm posting it on Facebook. I'm posting it on Twitter, and if I can start doing it as a video segment, I'll be posting it here on YouTube and posting it on www.sportsblog.com/Losh-Man Sports. And it has featured cards like the 1990 Topps number 692 Sammy Sosa. Okay, the score 1988 score salute to Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Okay, and that's number 501 of the 1988 score, Reggie Jackson. The 1988 Topps number 394, Roger Clemens All-Star. Roger Clemens All-Star, 1988 Topps number 394, Roger Clemens All-Star. Okay. And then this 1976 Izalli's and Sweet Williams Restaurants promo, Pete Rose disc. Okay. And then 1990 Topps number 150, Kirk Gibson. Okay. 1990 Topps number 150, Kirk Gibson. The 1990 Fleer number 461, Barry Bonds. And I've been getting some comments on these. Somebody said Barry Bonds cheater, this, that, and the other. Somebody said he wouldn't fit into that helmet today. Okay. I've also asked for suggestions here recently on a site called Baseball Cards Buy, Sell, Trade. Raz, and Break. And when I put it on there, I asked if anybody else has suggestions on who I should feature in these cards. But I can decide all day long on my own. I don't really need any help with it, but I'd like help with it. I'd like to use other people's suggestions and then, and tag them, promote them in the videos, whatever, for their suggestions. And I had a guy today on that same site suggest Cal Ripken, and I do have a bunch of Ripkens. And they were kind of in I've got a stack of cards that I'm specifically like putting in top loaders, going to look and see if they have good book value. Some of them I already know have good book value, things like that. And of course, Cal Ripkens were among those. And then, of course, we got the 1986 Topps number 204 record breaker, Phil Necro. I think I also featured an 88 or 83 Fleer, Willie Aikens. And Willie Aikens is a good friend of mine. I had him on radio back in 2014, and we've run into each other numerous times over the years. I have his signed book, I have a signed ball from him, things like that. So basically, that's what I've been up to here just recently. And I also went here recently. We still got a lot more stuff to go through. I got an 89 Fleer box set to go through. I've got 6 of the 90 card. I believe they're 88 Topps, which there's going to be a lot of duplicates in those because if you can see my stack of 88 Topps I think it's 88 Topps from the cards from Enrique Castillo. It's a big, huge stack, and I got a ton of duplicates out of those and things like that. So I think they're all 88 Topps. The 90 card packs, I bought those at a sports card show here at Harrah's Casino here in North Kansas City, Missouri back in July. I also have a 42 card sleeve, which I forget what year those were, if they're 88 Topps or a different year or whatever, but a 42 card sleeve to go through. I have the rest of this box over here of stuff from Enrique Castillo. I've got a couple of individual packs, I think, of 2 different years of Donruss. They're the actual box packs. They're not the soft packs. They're not foil packs. They're not wax packs, but they're more like a box pack that I got from the baseball card store in Overland Park, Kansas. I've got a couple of the 89 and 90, I believe, Kmart baseball cards box packs to go through from Enrique Castillo that I bought from him at Northland Baseball Cards and Collectibles. And yeah, I keep mentioning his thing over and over again because he's a great guy. We're good friends. He loves the free promo he's getting from me on these deals, and I love doing it. I enjoy it. It's a blast for me, and I hope you guys are going and visiting his shop and enjoying his hospitality and everything. But also go visit the other sports card stores here in town, the baseball card store and Sports Cards KC LLC and KC's Finest Sports Cards and Collectibles in Liberty. Any of the local sports card stores, go see those guys. They need to continue to survive and thrive because they're so good for the hobby, and I'm so glad to have them around and to be able to actually go see those people in person. I haven't bought any baseball cards online. A lot of people are buying stuff online. I'm not. I'm not totally against it, but I'm just not. I'd rather go see my local shop owners. I also bought a couple of the standard white cardboard box, single row cardboard boxes, random boxes, mind you, of baseball cards from the Immaculata Manor thrift store in Liberty, Missouri this past weekend. One was 5, one was 4. I haven't broken into those yet. I've got those to go through. I'll probably do some videos of those. I'd like to eventually buy some of the old wax pack boxes and go through, that have packs in them, and go through those. I'm not like some of these guys that have a ton of followers that's going to be having people pay me on Patreon. I don't even have a Patreon right now, and I don't know if anybody would support it if I did right now. So it's not like I'm going to be having people pay me to get the stacks or anything like that. My things may not get a whole lot of views, but I'll do my best with them just to have fun, just to enjoy it, and everything, and see what I get. And I'll try to make sure I get some ones that I don't already have a ton of cards in or whatever. On my lunch break at work, I'm usually watching box break videos from Jab's family, The Past is Alive, Baltimore Box Breakers. I want to mention some of those guys. And then as they're doing these breaks and stuff like that, and they're mentioning some of these other YouTube channels, I'm either writing those channels down or I'm going through their comments. I'm going through the comments that have been left on there by other YouTube channelers and starting to look up their pages and following them and starting to follow them and everything. So, I'm just having a good time with this whole thing. So I hope you're following the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. If you haven't, if you don't know him, accept him today. He loves you. He died for you. He wants a relationship with you. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And God bless, and I'll see you next time.